Hi, welcome to 5:30 Live. I'm Marine Gunnery Sergeant Joe Carr. I guess you can tell that by the outfit that's worn by Tony here, Tony Marquez, our guest on 5:30 Live, along with other folks in the studio, that our discussion will be on martial arts. Now, what one are you particularly affiliated with?
Well, I'm associated with the O.K.R.A, Okinawan Karate Referees Association.
Now, I understand you founded that organization.
Yes, sir, in 1978.
What's your membership right now?
We have active participation around 25 to 30 members.
Now, you are going to demonstrate for us today. You've brought a group of folks who are going to demonstrate with us 5 judges here today. Why don't you introduce our judges, let them stand up and be recognized before we start some of our demonstrations. They'll actually be judging some of the demonstrations we'll see out here this evening. Why don't you introduce our judges?
Okay, we have Domingo Maldonado from the 15th TRS. We have Jerry McDonald from the Marine Support Battalion, Hansa. We have Don Rethage from the 313th Air Division. We have Troy Lockhart from the 18th AGS. And we have Mr. George Nobles from the CEO 3rd FSSG.
And they will be our judges this evening. And why don't we get right into our first demonstration? Explain what the contestant must do before he or she begins their demonstration.
Okay, as you stated, there is a lot of pride and a lot of tradition involved in the martial arts, and we try to carry this over into the sporting aspect. Mr. Charles here will be performing a Chinese open hand form, and as we do in our schools, we bow before we perform anything. So, Mr. Hare, would you come out, please, and perform your Chinese form?
Okay, now the scores are being held up. Let's see if we can get in on the scores and see how he did. Let's move right over here, Tony. Okay, well, how do you estimate he did? He's got a 7.5, 7.5, 7.5.
What we try to do is we try to eliminate the high and the low score and then take the remaining 3 scores as his total score.
Okay, let me up next.
Well, we have Pat McGALE from Kubasaki High School. Pat is one of our best weapons practitioners on the island. Pat, why don't you come out and do the Okinawan bow?
Okay, again, he bows to the judges as a sign of respect.
Yes, sir.
And if a sensei was here, he would bow to him also, would he not?
He would.
Okay, let's watch this demonstration.
Into the actual fight scene, we like to demonstrate some of the techniques that we score at the tournaments. Now we're getting into the fighting aspect.
All right. Do you have your judges prepared to assume their positions, or are you going to have these two fellows?
We have the demonstration.
All right. Now, the judges are observing what they're doing right now, are they?
Yes. Now, this is just a demonstration to illustrate the techniques that the judges are looking for during the actual fight. Okay. Mr. Rethage, why don't you execute a front kick? Now, he's going to do it slow so people can notice the area that he's striking with.
Okay.
And now he'll do it full. Yes, okay. Mr. Nix will try his roundhouse kick. Now, you notice the control that the individual has over the technique.
Okay, where is he trying to kick him now? Where will the points be? If he doesn't kick him in a certain spot, he will not be counted?
Right. In the black belt division, it would be a headshot.
Okay.
Light to medium contact.
All right, let's continue.
Okay, Don, why don't you execute a back fist? Now he's using the back of his hand. Again, this would be light to medium. Or he could stop the technique, and that would also be scored. Ron Nix with a spin kick. Ron is to have maximum control over those kicks before you start executing them. Don, why don't you do a reverse punch, please? Now we have a side kick. Side kick is one of our most powerful kicks. I guess that's about it. We can get right into the fight.
Okay, let's get into the fights. We have about 5 minutes left.
Will be designated as white.
All right.
Scores, the judges, each judge has the power to award a point. That also counts for the center judge, which I'll be doing today.
So you'll be going out to center judge. All right, I'll stay back up here. You go out and do your judging, and then when the fight is finished, come on back up and let's talk about what we saw. Okay. Okay, 4 judges in each corner, one with a red flag, one with a white. Naturally, the first person who makes contact, the flag will go up. Tony Marquez is the center referee. Looking for that one spot for the contact. Without that, there's no point scored. And a point was scored.
Red, 1 point side kick.
Okay, 1 point side kick for Stan.
Hey, Stan. White, point, white all the way around, white, point, roundhouse kick, stance.
Roundhouse kick, 1 point, so it's even. We have about 3 minutes left in our show. The fights are getting heavy here now. A lot of action.
Stance, please. Point, red point, red. Didn't see it? Red. We have 3. We have enough for confirmation. Red point, reverse punch. Stance.
Okay.
Stance. We have white. We have white all the way around. White point, heel kick. Stance. Hey. Stance, please. Red all the way around. Back fist.
And Tony, that's going to have to wrap it up for our fight. Tremendous action. Thank you very much, gentlemen. They were really going at it for real.
Yes, sir. This was not rehearsed.
How about the final score? Do we have a winner?
I think we had, what was the score, Ms. Hare? We had red 4 and white 2 points.
Red 4, white 2. And let's see, who was, just raise your hand. You definitely have not had a color
Warren
TV.
was red, and Mr. Ron Nix was white.
Great fight. Thank you very much, gentlemen. And thank all of you for coming to 5:30 Live. And Tony, come back again soon. We enjoyed it very much. I think our audience understands now. If they go to some of the finer martial arts tournaments on the island, there are a lot of them, they'll understand exactly what the judging is all about, and perhaps they can get much more enjoyment out of it. But 5:30 Live, Marine Gunnery Sergeant Joe O.K.R.A. We'll see you next week.